We will have our graduates enter the arena. Graduates and guests, please be seated. On behalf of the Cuyahoga Heights local school districts, representing villages of Cuyahoga Heights, Brooklyn Heights, and Valley View and our tuition community, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the 86th commencement of Cuyahoga Heights High School, our celebration of the class of 2024. My name is Scott Dietre, and it has been my privilege to serve as your principal. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff at Cuyahoga Heights High School, welcome to our celebration ceremony. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our Board of Education, district level administration, and village leadership. Board President Gary Suchaki, Board Vice President Mr. Mark Dobbins, Board Member Mrs. Jen Decca, Board Member Mrs. Maria Eder, Board Member Mrs. Stephanie Prouse, Superintendent Tom Evans, Treasurer Matt Muccio, Assistant Superintendent Matt Young, and Mayors Jack Bocci, Matthew March, and Mike Prosick. Thank you for your support of the class of 2024. In addition to our district administration and school board members, I am indebted to Mr. George Burek, who serves as both the athletic director and assistant principal and pupil service director. Mr. Jay Kiefer, our interim elementary principal, Mr. Ryan Kelber, our athletic director, and our school counselors, Mrs. Holly Thrasher and Mrs. Audrey Lebenz, and to our secretaries, Mrs. Danielle Connors, Mrs. Chris Mutra, and Miss Erin Harris for their tireless efforts this year. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding individuals. I want to give a special thank you to our two senior class advisors, Miss Danny Connors and Miss Holly Thrasher. They have worked diligently throughout the school year and last to arrange our seniors' events and to ensure a memorable senior year. Thank you to Mr. Robert Moore, Mr. Matt Hartman for your assistance and support for our technology needs. We are live streaming today's ceremony, and also to Mr. Jim Zerbola and his maintenance crew who have helped prepare the stadium for today's event. Thank you for your hard work. And thank you to the teachers and staff members of our wonderful school district who did their part to provide students with a quality education in the supportive environment. If you are an employee of the district, please stand and be recognized for all you have done for these students. At this time, I'd like to recognize the members of the class of 2024 who plan to join the military, as well as anyone present here today that is currently serving or who has served our country. Your commitment to service of our country is certainly worthy of special recognition. Please stand to be recognized. Parents, grandparents, other family members, I would like to thank you for your support that you have offered your students and this school. Students, please join me in thanking your families for their support. Now let me turn my attention to the class of 2024. Congratulations on reaching this significant milestone in your lives. Today we celebrate the earning of a diploma from Cuyahoga Heights School District. Cuyahoga Heights schools are special, and I believe it because of the people here. Along with excellent teachers, the three communities that make up our district are filled with alumni, families, businesses, and individuals who have contributed to your education and development as a person. This community has provided you with many opportunities that are unequaled in other districts. And as a result, Cuyahoga Heights has made you a stronger person who is prepared for the next phase of your life. The diploma signifies to all of society that you are prepared and equipped with the skills to take on challenges, navigate through times of uncertainty, and persevere through life's obstacles. Your hard work and dedication have brought you to this moment. But graduates, remember this: graduation is not the end of your journey. Rather, it marks the beginning of a lifelong commitment to learning and personal growth. The world is ever changing, and it demands that we adapt, learn, and grow continuously. Embrace the pursuit of knowledge, for it has the power to transform lives and shape the future. This is a day of celebration, and as you embark in the next phase of your life's journey, always remember the values and lessons you have learned during your time here at Cuyahoga Heights. Cherish the memories you have created with friends, teachers, and staff members who have supported you every step of the way. I know I will always remember the class of 2024. As we move forward with our commencement proceedings, remember that this is a dignified event and that we are all here today to celebrate the graduation of a relative or friend. Please refrain from talking so that others may hear the presenters, and refrain from moving around so that you do not obstruct the view of others. Lastly, we ask that you take a moment to silence your cell phones, and we thank you for your cooperation. Now, I ask that we all rise and join in singing our national anthem, being led by senior choir members, and remain standing afterward for the Pledge of Allegiance, being led by Brandon Rush immediately after. Please rise. Braden Rush.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proofs to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Thank you, Braden. Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Hamrick and the Cuyahoga Heights senior members from the orchestra as they play Canon in D. you, Orchestra. At this time, I would like to introduce the senior class president, Francis Connors, who will recognize the class of 2024.
Mr. Detroit, thank you for the introduction. Hello, family, friends, and members of the class of 2024. As many of you may know, my name is Francis Connors, and I have had the privilege of being the class president for our amazing class. I first would like to get some thank yous out of the way. First, I want to thank any and all veterans and current members of the United States military. We live in a great country with freedoms like no other, freedoms that are provided by your service. Thank you for your sacrifices, your valor, and for defending for our rights. Thank you for your service. Next, a huge thank you to Mr. Tom Evans. As many of you may know, Mr. Evans will be retiring after this year. Mr. Evans, congratulations on your retirement. You have been a big part of not only my life personally, but the lives of many other students at Cuyahoga Heights, and not just with M&Ms. We were very blessed to have you as our superintendent throughout the years. Thank you. Next, a thank you to all staff members, faculty, secretaries, administration, Board of Education, custodians, coaches, and most of all, teachers. Every school has books, desks, and a gymnasium, but it's not the bricks and mortar that make Cuyahoga Heights special. It's the people. Thank you for making Cuyahoga Heights what it is. You truly make this place special. Lastly, I'd like to thank the parents. Without your support, we would be nothing. From taking us to sporting events, to school in the morning, to picking us up late from extracurricular activities, you allowed us to have the career we did. You endorsed the memories we made. None of this was possible without you, and we thank you for that. Now, class of 2024, here we are. We've made it. Whether you've been dreaming of this day for years, or you've been afraid of it since you can remember, we've done it. Through the trials and tribulations, the pandemics, the Zoom calls, and yes, even Mr. Martin's algebra classes, we found a way to get here today and take the first step to the rest of our lives. Whether you're going off to an in-state college, or going far away, going to a trade school, or going to serve our country in the armed forces, this is something you will always be able to look back on and say, I did that. When you're faced with tough decisions, moments, or even instances in your life, you'll be able to look back on our high school years and remember everything we've been through. And yet, we not only made it through, we excelled through it. I'd like to take a moment just to recognize the greatness we had as a class. As a class, we won our conference a combined of 9 different times in sports of football, girls basketball, softball, boys track, and wrestling. We won our district a combined 6 times in softball, boys basketball, boys track, and football. We had 2 regional finalists, a regional champ, and a state finalist. We as a class have accredited 6,345 community service hours. That's more than some schools 3 times our size can get. We have 61 students continuing their education in college, 13 students going directly into the workforce, and 1 student electing to serve our country. We also, as a class, have completed over 100 CCP classes and finished a high school ranked the 9th best in the state of Ohio. Who would think Little Cuyahoga Heights, the 3 villages of Cuyahoga Heights, Brooklyn Heights, and Valley View, would be the 9th best high school in the state? We did that. Us. We accomplished all of that, but we're not done. Class of 2024, I challenge you today to never be satisfied. Never be okay with just enough. I challenge you to strive for greatness, and when you achieve it, go 1 step further. This is what will separate you from everyone else, and this is what will make you special. We hold the future in our hands, and with the lessons learned throughout our time at Heights, I think we can make the world a better place. But this isn't going to be easy. We're going to have to strive each and every day to be better than the day before. We can never be satisfied with what we have. We must always want more. But most importantly, never forget to give back. Continue throughout life not only to learn, but to teach. Teach the younger generations how important hard work is. Teach them that life's not always fair. Teach them that nothing worth having comes easy. Teach them to always strive for better, to strive for greatness, as you will continue to do. Class of 2024, I thank you for many great years, and I'm excited to see what you all become. We hold the future in our hands. Let's do something great with it. Lastly, I want to leave you all with a quote that I think emulates life after high school. Do today what others won't, so you can do tomorrow what others can't. Thank you for your time, and God bless.
Welcome to the 86th commencement for Cuyahoga Heights Schools. To the class of 2024, congratulations. And as a graduate of the class of 1977, yeah, I'm old. Let me be one of the first to welcome you to the Alumni Association. If you have attended graduation during my 14 years at Cuyahoga Heights, you know what's coming next. Before my first graduation in 2011, a class that had my niece as a member, as the gymnasium filled, I greeted my mother at the door. She knew I was nervous and wanted perfection for the ceremony. She kissed me on the cheek, had me bend over, and told me, just remember, nobody came here to hear you speak today. If you knew my mother, you knew that's 100% true. The salutatorian and valedictorian are determined by a combination of factors that include GPA, rank, ACT, SAT scores, and in the case of a tie, state achievement test scores. It's my honor to introduce the salutatorian and valedictorian of this class. Would Ava Gaelic please come forward? Ava is the salutatorian for the class of 2024. She is the daughter of Melissa and Don Gaelic. Ava has two older sisters, Olivia and Sophia, and a younger sister, Grace. Ava's grandfather was a graduate of Cuyahoga Heights as well. Ava has a 4.52 grade average and has done so by challenging herself with 8 advanced placement courses, 2 college credit plus courses. Ava is also the recipient of the Phi Beta Kappa Award, the Governor's Merit Scholarship Award, Brooklyn Heights Men's and Service Club scholarships, and also the recipient of the scholarship formed by former CHES pre-K teacher Deb Petrunia. Ava was a member of the soccer team and conference and district runner-up basketball teams. Ava is a member of the National Honor Society and participated in First Ring Leadership Collaborative and Look Up to Cleveland. Ava plans on attending The Ohio State University and majoring in biology with the hope of becoming a research scientist. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2024, Ava Gaelic.
Thank you, Mr. Evans, for that introduction. Oh my gosh, okay. Around the family dinner table, the conversation question of, if you were to write an autobiography, what would you title it? All of my sisters responded. However, my dad took a moment until he finally said his book would be titled, Life is Too Colorful to Wear White Shoes. Life is too colorful to wear white shoes. If you're anything like my family, we all have a pair of white shoes, and we love them. So I sat back and I thought about my dad's answer. He elaborated, saying how disappointed he was after how quickly his, and I quote, 1985 white-on-white swoosh Nike shoes were ruined, and swore any white shoe off since then. I didn't think much about his response until recently, and now, after whatever time has passed, what a better way to spend my commencement speech, as would any daughter want, than to tell their dad how wrong he is. Our shoes have been with us every step of the way, literally. But nonetheless, they have all seen the growth we have accomplished these past years. We all began the start of high school as blank white shoes. Albeit, our freshman year, we didn't scuff up our shoes too badly, considering we were inside most of the time, zooming our way through school. Sophomore year left some marks. We could take our first AP class, got our first taste of a real school sports season, and had our first outside homecoming. Junior year is when they got really dirty. Our course loads picked up, we started getting jobs, and we were officially considered upperclassmen. But finally came senior year, where we defiled our shoes, painting our parking spots, attending our senior nights, trudging through the grass at prom pictures, and now here we are about to walk them through our graduation ceremony. Basically, my whole point of this is that our shoes have always been with us during these adolescent defining times. And unless you went through high school barefoot, your shoes got dirty. Maybe you stepped in mud, but maybe that was when you just passed your driver's test. Maybe you ruined them running to get the mail to see if an acceptance letter arrived, or when you're awkwardly jogging into school because you don't want to be late. Who knows? Whatever it was, good or bad, those experiences have made you who you are today, and you should be so proud of them, because a worn-out shoe is a well-lived life. Those marks on your shoes have seen the blood, sweat, and tears you have put into these past years and are the tangible evidence of all that you have achieved and overcome. These future steps we are about to take are probably going to be the messiest, so wear whatever shoes you want. Colorful or not, they will still follow you down your next journey. I'm sure if you find an old shoe you had thrown in your closet somewhere, you will realize how far you've come since you last wore it. You'll see the creases and scuff marks, but just know they have supported you and been with you these entire 720 days of high school. Speaking of support, along with your shoes, your parents, teachers, friends, and community have also been with you during this time. As I'm sure most of us graduates would agree, all of you parents will never get enough love and respect for the amount of work you also put in to be here today. I would personally like to thank my parents for all of their hard work to help me be who I am today, and for always inspiring me to follow my dreams and express who I am. I would especially like to thank my dad for giving me that awful advice I answered here today, and for being the best dad ever. Dad, did you edit my speech? But seriously, I am so proud and thankful to call you guys my parents. I'd also like to thank the teachers, the staff, and just the overall Cuyahoga Heights community, because we are living proof that it takes a village to survive. And hopefully, if you take anything away from my speech today, it is to invest in a new pair of shoes and make these next steps some of the very, very best as you step into a new chapter of your autobiography. Thank you.
Great job of battling the wind with the notebook too, Ava. Believe me, the wind is a far greater choice than a 100-degree gymnasium. Would Henry Clay please come forward? It's my honor to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2024, Henry Clay. Henry is the son of Molly and Donald Clay. As a matter of fact, Henry and Ava are linked a little bit because one of Mr. Clay's favorite teachers was one of Ava's grandfathers. Henry has older sisters, Miranda and Kate, and the Clays reside in Valley View. Henry has amassed 28.75 credits while maintaining a 4.22 grade average with 10 advanced placement classes and 4 college credit plus classes. Henry is a recipient of the Presidential Mandel Honors College Award, the Choose Ohio First Scholarship, and the Cleveland State Honors College Scholarship, as well as the Cuyahoga Heights Alumni, Brooklyn Heights and Valley View Service Club scholarships. Henry is also a member of the National Honor Society and participated in the First Ring Leadership Collaborative. Henry has been a member of the regional runner-up football team, the bowling team, and track team. Henry wanted me to get one more thing in here. that he holds the school deadlift record at 600 pounds. That's 100 pounds better than the next best person. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Henry Clay.
All right, so I have to follow Ava, and that was a good speech, and I wish I didn't have to, but I do feel better about my scuffed black Converse. All right, to start, I want to talk to my class. Thank you all so much for sharing this time with me. For some of us, it's been 14 years. For some of us, it's been 4. There were people that joined us in middle school or in 3rd grade, people that live outside the district and had to get driven in every single morning. And there were people that joined us at the single last, very possible moment they could. Isaac, I'm glad you're here, by the way. No matter when or where you all came from, we shared this experience together. Without each and every single one of you, this would have been completely different. Not the same at all. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for sharing in this journey. It would not have been the same without all of you. Of course, it wasn't just the graduates who shaped our schooling. We have so many more people to thank for that. When you really dwell upon it, the amount of people that have touched our lives is astronomical, and we wouldn't be here today without them. So thank you all. Thank you, parents, who gave us so much love and support and help with homework and packed lunches we did not appreciate enough. Your effect on us can't even be understood. Thank you, teachers, who we obviously couldn't be here without. Your guidance and time and instruction will stay with us forever. Thank you, Cub Scout leaders and community center receptionists and PSR leaders. Thank you, cousins and older sisters and brothers and sister-in-laws and aunts and uncles and grandparents. Thank you, crossing guards and bus drivers and really nice janitors and lunch ladies and lunchman and elementary school music teachers. Thank you, people that graduated years ago or people that haven't even graduated yet. Thank you, people that right now are graduating at a different school. Every one of them had an effect on us. Thank you, best friends and cute girlfriends and volunteer counselors at summer camps and after-school programs and Girl Scout troop leaders and rec soccer coaches and referees who put in all that time and effort, who helped us grow up. This community shaped all of us. As much as I want to share my gratitude for my class for giving me an excellent experience, I need to thank you guys. You all shaped our childhoods. You all should feel proud too. This ceremony is not just about us. Every graduate here is like a bright red gift wrap package that all of you helped create. And now, we're all about to graduate and move on to the next part of our lives, whether we're going straight into the military or the workforce. Some of us are going to school in the fall for 4 more years of this. Ooh. Some people might just sit back, relax, take some time, work at Miles Farmers Market. Whatever we're about to do, I hope it's the best for each and every one of us. Here's something I have been thinking about all week. Isaiah 43:19. God has something great in your future. I believe that, and I hope we all get to see what it is. Everyone in this stadium has shaped all of each other's lives. And as we get ready to enter the rest of ours, I wish you all the best of luck. My class gave me a fantastic school career. My community has shaped me into the man I am today. That goes for everyone with a cap on. Thank you all. Let's have an amazing life. All right, now we have 104 days of a nice hot summer to look forward to, and I can't wait for us to start together. Let's go and do that. From the class of 2024 to every single person in this stadium, thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you all. You fine students all of you fine students who have shared your memories and words of wisdom with us this afternoon. At this time, we would like the members of the choir to join Mr. Noah Hamrick to sing one last time as students of Cuyahoga Heights. Thank you, seniors. Now I would like to introduce Luke Berzins, Senior Class Secretary, who will lead us in the parent recognition.
Oh boy. So another commencement tradition is the recognition of parents and guardians. Without you, this journey would not have been possible. As a small thank you, each senior will present a rose to you, symbolic of the unconditional love and support you have given us. Seniors, please present your rose to your families at this time.
Graduates, you may be seated. To all observing today's ceremony, we will soon be calling each student forward to receive their diploma. I ask that you hold your applause until Mrs. Thrasher has finished reading all the names of each graduate. This will help ensure that all families and guests will have the opportunity to hear their student's name be called. I also ask that you remain seated and keep from blocking the view of others so that others can see their graduates receive their diploma in front of the stage here. Thank you for your cooperation. And now, for the moment we have been waiting for. Mr. Evans and members of the Cuyahoga Heights Board of Education, it is my pleasure to present the class of 2024 for conferring diplomas by the authority vested in my position by the state of Ohio and the Cuyahoga Heights Board of Education. I attest that those seated before you here have all met the graduation requirements as defined by the State of Ohio and the Cuyahoga Heights Board of Education, and therefore are ready to receive their Cuyahoga Heights High School diploma. It is my pleasure to once again introduce Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Tom Evans.
Mr. Dtre, as superintendent, I hereby state to the Board of Education that the high school diploma requirements of each student conforms to the proper certification and notify you and all present of the acceptance of your recommendation. For the conferring of the diplomas, I present Board President Mr. Gary Suchaki, Vice President Mark Dobbins, members Maria Eder, Stephanie Prouse, and Jen Decca. At this time, we will begin the awarding of the diplomas.
Henry Cassius Clay. Ava Anastasia Galick. Francis Michael Connors. Braden Robert Rush. Luke Christopher Berzins. Reese Hera Frank. Kayla Ann Aid. Anna Lisa Rose Acalone Garcia. Mila Lindsay Marie Aiken. Nadia Rose Allen. Jaden Marie Artino. Edward William Barrett. Connor Thomas Benicki. Brandon Thomas Blazinski. Caden Kenneth Bussier. Zachary George Caleris. Riley Marie Casey. Raymond Chen. Massimiliano Shafalo. Torin Scott Klein. Cody Arthur Cobbs. Mark Jesse Coleman. Casey Elizabeth Conti. Anthony Stephen Kutuzis. Richard David Crane. Cade Jarek Davies. Derek Joel DeSanza. Madison Rose Dobson. Amy Elizabeth Ellis. Hannah Marie Flynn. Juliana Sophia Gegas. Sarah Louise Glenn. Nicholas Paul Graver. Julia Lynn Jenke. Lanaya Denise Jones. Maddox Scott Jones. Mina Rose Katona. Kellen John Katona. Georgia Lee Catler. Lauren Elizabeth Catler. Sarah Elizabeth Keith. Amelia Ann Clamert. Jaden Haley Kalani Hunter. Brooke Lynn Krajewski. Hayes Can Kwan. Charles John Lakis. Kendall Lauren Leith. Danielle Kimberly Mock. Angelina Rose Malice. Braylon Jamar McClarty. Andrew Scott McDonald. Samuel David Meyer. Jacob Edward Melnick. Shy Ann Moore. Josue Roberto Nieves. Michael Edward Norton. Nicholas James Novak. Olivia Grace Orland. Marissa Maria Paff. Anna Mae Patterson. Rocco James Perconti. Caitlin Sierra Pierce. Talia Giada Providenti. Kaylee Marie Ravant. Jeremiah Monroe Reed. Ricky Robert Rock. Francesca Rose Ross. Tegan Isabel Schukert. Fletcher James Sturgill. Maximus Dionysios Tritzarolis. Marissa Marie Ullery. Isaac Wilhelm Vitu. Joseph Christopher White. Lauren Olivia Wilson. Sophia Alexandra Winslow.
Graduates, please stand, and I ask Reese Frank, Senior Class Treasurer, to step forward and lead her classmates in the turning of their tassels.
Would the class of 2024 please join me in the turning of the tassel? Let this symbolize the beginning of the rest of our lives. Now take the tassel from the right side and move it over to the left. Congratulations, class of 24.
Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, I ask that you please stand with our graduates for the playing and singing of the Cuyahoga Heights High School alma mater. accompanied by our commencement band. The words are printed inside the cover of today's program. Graduates, remember that as alumni, you are always welcome back at your high school. Audience, thank you for attending this 86th commencement ceremony of Cuyahoga Heights High School, and I ask that you remain standing until all the graduates have exited out of the top of the stadium. Class of 2024, you are dismissed.